Hey everybody, so welcome back to our channel, and for today's video I would like to show you how I made these beautiful pink and white flower dangly earrings. And these are all glass beads, and yeah, stay tuned.
Yummy!
Alright, so here are the materials that we are going to be needing for today. So we have here our white beads, size 10. I believe these are pearl white. And here we have size 11, and these are alabaster hot pink. And we have here glass beads as well. These are round beads, I believe. I'm not sure about the size, but almost the same as size 6 seed beads. And we have here bigger beads. We also have pink just to match our color. And we have here Aslan beading thread. This is size D. And we have here our beading needle, size 11. And of course we have our earring hooks and 2 jump rings. And don't forget that we would need our scissors and these kinds of pliers for jewelry making. Nose pliers, I believe, but I don't really know how you call them exactly. But we are going to be needing these for later. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is to thread our needle, and you would need about 34 inches of beading thread, and that should give you enough room to sew ends comfortably. And then we are going to pick up 6 pink beads. I always start with the darker ones, and then we are just going to pull it through, leaving about 5 to 6 inches for our tail. Yeah, should be enough. Okay, and then we have here 2, 4, 6. And then what you're going to do is you're going to insert the needle through the last bead right there and just pull it through. So you will create like a little circle right there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to flip it over. It's really up to you how you want to do it. I just find it more comfortable for me to do things from right to left, so my direction is always like that. And if you're more comfortable from left to right, it's totally up to you. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna flip it over, so it's gonna be like this. And then I'm going to pick up just 1 white bead, and then I'm going to insert the needle through the next bead right there, the pink one, and I should have something like this. And then we are going to repeat that process until we reach the last bead. So let me just do that. Pick up 1 bead, insert the needle through the next bead right there, pull it through, another white bead, and insert it through the next bead, another one. Okay, the next one. Oops, if I can see that. Okay, and I should have my last white bead right here, and then insert it through the pink one. And if you're comfortable enough, like when you really get the hang of it, you can actually just insert it through, because that's going to be the next step. So you save time by doing that, because the next step is going to, we're going to be inserting our needle through the first white bead right there. Okay, so now you should have something like this. And oops, let me just show you that again. So you should have something like that. And then our thread should be right here. It's the first white bead that we inserted. And then the next step is that we are going to pick up one white and then pink in the middle, and then another white. So you should have something like this. And then we are going to insert our needle through the first white bead that we have. So as you can see, our thread is right there, and then we are going to loop it back by inserting it right here on the right side. Okay, so pull it through. So you should have something like that. And then we are going to insert our needle, because now we are going to be making a petal. So we're going to insert our needle. So I want you to hold your beads like this, and then just hold it tight. And then we're going to insert our needle through the holes of the first, right here, the first white pearl, and the pink one right next to it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Pull it through, and your thread should be on the left, or the right side, I'm sorry, the right side of your pink bead right there. And then we're gonna pick up 3 white beads. 2, 3. Okay, there we have it. And then now we are going to insert our needle through the pink bead right there. So again, as you can see, the thread should be on the right side of your pink bead, and now we're going to insert it on the left side. So it's like that, and then pull it through. And then you should have something like this. So this is our main circle, the first one that we did. And then we have 1, 2, 3, and then pink in the middle, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we are going to, as you can see, we are going to fill the gaps right here. And in order to do that, we are going to insert our needle through the holes of these 3 white beads. So 1, 2, and 3. So we're gonna do that. Insert our needle right there, pull it through. It will make sense in a bit. I'll show you once we fill the gaps right here with white beads, and then it will have its own shape. So now we are going to pick up one white bead, and then we are going to insert our needle through this white bead right next to the gap. So we're going to fill the gap right there. So insert it like that, pull it through. So now the gap is filled. And now we are going to fill this gap right here. So we are going to bring our thread up to here. So we are going to insert our needle through this main bead that we have here from our circle. We're going to insert it right there and insert it right through this bead as well. So we'll do that now. Pull it through. Now when you get the hang of it, you can always save time by inserting the needle through, multiple beads, as long as you know where you're going. I do that when I'm making this, and it really saves a lot of time instead of you know, just inserting the needle through just one bead and then the next bead. You can insert your needle through the multiple beads, and yeah. So now we are going to fill the gap right there. So we are going to pick up one white bead, oops, and then we are going to insert our needle through the next bead right here. So there you go. Now we have our first petal. I know, like I said, it doesn't, the shape is not really that great right now, but trust me, later it will look great. So this time we are going to bring our needle and our thread to this white bead right here. And in order to do that, we have to go through the beads over here, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So first, we are going to insert our needle through these 3 beads right here. 1, 2, 3, just the 3 beads. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then pull. It's right there. Then, oops, and then pull it through. Just make sure it's a little tight. Okay, and then we are going to bring this needle and a thread through this pink bead right in the middle. So basically we are reinforcing this as well. Okay, so now we have our thread right there, and then we are going to now bring our thread through this hole right here, and also the hole of this main bead that we have, the first white bead that we made out of our circle. And then we're also going to insert that same needle through the pink bead right here and the white bead over here. So we'll do that. Okay, insert it there, insert it through the second white hole or second white bead. Okay, so if you're not so used to it, you can just insert it like through each bead. Okay, and then we're going to now insert it through this white pink bead right here and the white bead, so right there. Okay, so now we made our first petal. Now we're gonna make the second petal by doing the same step. And again, we are going to take one white bead and then pink bead in the middle, and then another white. So we have that, and then we are going to insert our needle through this white bead over here. Oops. So you should have that, and then we're going to bring our needle through the this pink bead over here. So insert it through the white bead and then the pink one, pull it through, and now we have our needle and our bead or our thread on the right side of this pink bead right here, and then we're going to complete the petal now. So first we are going to take 3 white beads, okay, and then we are going to insert our needle through the pink bead right there, and then we are going to fill the gaps. So we're going to fill this one first and the next one over here. So we're gonna go through the beads over here on top, the 3 white beads. Okay, so we have our needle right there. It looks like that, and our thread is now over here. Now there's a gap there that we can fill now. So pick up 1 white bead, okay, and then insert your needle through the next bead. Okay, and then we're going to bring our thread and our needle through over here so we can fill this gap. So insert it insert your needle right there. That is the main white bead, or at least one of the main white beads that we have, and then the bead right next to it as well. And then now we're going to fill the gap, pick up one white bead and insert your needle through the next bead right there. So now we have our second petal. So again, we're going to reinforce that, and we are also going to bring our thread and our needle through this white bead right over here. So once again, we are going to insert our needle through the first 3 beads right there. Pull it through, and then we're going to bring our needle and our thread through the pink beads in the middle. Pull it through, and then this bead right here. So it's basically, okay, so if this is our main bead right here, it's basically the first bead next to it on its right. So we're going to insert it right there. All right, and then now through one of the main beads right there, and also the pink beads, and the next bead that we are going to use to make our next petal. So it's going to be right there. All right, so now we have our 2 petals, and we're gonna repeat the process, and I'll be back once all the petals are made. Okay, so I am just finishing up my last petal here. So I'm gonna fill the gap right now, and I have my white bead over here, and I'm just inserting my needle through the next bead, and there's my last petal. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring my needle and my thread to here, this pink bead right here. So I am going to insert my needle through the first 3 beads right there. And then I'm going to bring it through this pink bead in the middle. Pull it through, and then the bead right here through that one, and through the main bead as well. There you go. And so now, as you can see, I have my thread right here, and this is, by the way, the other end. Okay, the tail that we left earlier. So again, we are going to bring our needle through this pink bead over here. So we're going to insert our needle through that pink, oops, if I can see that pink bead, there you go. And then pull it through. There you go. All right, so now we are going to need our round light pink glass bead. So we're going to insert our needle through there. So we're gonna also bring this needle through the opposite side of this circle right here. So this is where we are right now. Oops, let me just, sorry. Okay. Let me just flip that over. Okay, so we are right here, and then we are going to bring this needle through the pink bead right over here. Again, on the other side. So we're going to insert our needle through that bead. If I can see it. Okay. There you go. So there it is, and I'm just going to fix this tail over here. There you go. Okay, so again we are going to bring this needle and the thread to the other side. Okay, so we're going to, okay, so right now we are right here. This is the pink one, and here is our thread, and we're going to insert our needle through this bead here in the middle, and then pull it through. Okay, and as you can see, this is where we started. So there's that white thread right there, and so we're just going to make it balanced so that you know, it stays in place perfectly. So we're going to go to the other side of that pink bead where we started. Oops, if I can just see that. I'm really having a hard time seeing things tonight because my eyes are so tired. Okay, then pull it through. And let me just fix that thread. Okay, so right now this is how it should look. So our thread is still where we started with the pink needle. Okay, it's right there. So now we're gonna go to the back of it, and then we're gonna get our other pink bead just like this, and we're gonna put it right here in the back. Okay, so just gonna insert that. Okay, so once again we're gonna bring our needle and our thread to the other side. So if we are right here, we're going to insert our needle through this bead right here. Okay, so that's how it should look like. So again, we are going to insert our needle through this bead, pull it through just to make it even, and then we are going to insert our needle where we started. It's the pink bead right over here. As you can see, this is our white thread right there that is holding this pink bead. So now we are going to go to the other side. Okay, so we're going to insert our needle through this pink bead right over here. Okay, so that's how it looks so far. So I just want to warn you that when you insert your needle through this same pink bead where we started, the hole can get tight because you've inserted, you know, the thread there so many times, and you can actually use other pink beads that you have, or whatever color you're gonna use. You can do it the other side or the other beads as well, so that, you know, it doesn't get too tight. The only reason why I am doing this way, or the reason why I'm doing it this way, is because I don't want to see thread coming out of the beads and into this main bead over here, and, you know, just so it's cleaner, I should say. So there are not too many, you know, there's not too many thread, you know, and they're not all over the place as well. So as you can see, I have my thread right there, and same thing in the back over here. So again, they're cleaner, and yeah, that's the only reason why. But if you don't mind, you know, those threads all over, I suggest that you use other beads here as well, just to make sure that your bead is not gonna break, because that can happen if it gets too tight and you pull your needle through, then it breaks. So we don't want that. All right. Okay, so right now, as you can see, our thread is right here. It's on the left side of this pink bead over here. So now we are going to bring our thread and our needle up top. Okay, right over here. So we're going to insert our needle through this bead right here. This one, and this one, and this one, and this one as well. Okay, so now we have our thread and our needle here right on top. Okay, so now we are going to make the line over here, and with the bigger bead as well, so we can insert our jump ring and also our earring hook. So what we're gonna do this time is we are going to pick up 6 pink beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you have it right here, and then we can just pull it through. Okay, so we have that, and then we are going to use our bigger pink bead as well. It's a round bead right here. It's also a glass bead, and just insert that, pull it through, and then we are going to need our white beads this time. So we need 6 of them. It's right here. Okay, pull it through, and now we are going to insert our needle through this very first bead right next to this white, big pink bead that we have. Insert it right there, insert it through, and insert your needle also through these 6 pink beads over here. Okay, there you go. Okay, just pull it tight. So you should have something like this. So this here turns into like a small circle, and then we have our thread right down here, and then we are going to reinforce all the petals this time. So we're going to insert our needle through all our petals over here, just to make this petal a little sturdy. Okay, so since we are right here, we are going to insert our needle through this white bead that we have here on top. Okay, so now this is what we have so far. It looks pretty cute. And then, like I said, we're going to reinforce the petals by inserting our needle through the petals. Okay, so through these beads over here, and over there as well, and through these beads, and then through the beads of the petals and all that. Okay, so then let me just show you real quick, and then I'm gonna pause the video until I am done reinforcing all my petals. Okay, so right here now we are going to insert our needle through this main bead that we have. Okay, so I'm not going to bring my thread back up here because we reinforced that earlier. So now we are going to insert our needle through the next bead, which is the pink one right here. And again, I said the pink one over here, and then we're gonna bring our thread over there, over here. Okay, okay, so I am done reinforcing all my petals, and what I would like to do to finish this off is that I like to make a knot. It's not really gonna go anywhere even if you don't make a knot, but I just want to make sure that really it's not gonna come undone. Okay, so I have a small knot there, and maybe just another one. Oops. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm not making a mistake right here. There you go, it's better. Okay, so again, I'm going to just pull it tight. So now I have a knot right there, and I'm just gonna insert my needle through one of, maybe through a bead or two, just to hide that knot. Okay, maybe the bead right here as well. Oops. Again, I just want to warn you that this can get tight. So actually the needle that I'm using is very bendy, and I really like it. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I used a needle before that's not bendy and it just broke. Okay, so it's too tight right there and I don't think I can insert my needle through that, so I think I'm just gonna just finish it right here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing for this end right here. I'm just gonna insert my needle there, thread it, and I'm going to make a knot and insert it in one of the holes just to hide that knot, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is what we have, and as you can see, it looks very pretty. And then we are going to need our jump ring. Just gonna open that up, insert it right here, and then put our earring hook, and then close it up. Okay, so I finally got that done. Okay, and there you go. This is our final product. It's very cute. And you got your flower. Okay, so here is now our final product, and as you can see, they look so pretty. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and maybe you can show me your creation as well. And if you're not a fan of pink, of course, you can always use other colors, and let me know what you think. And please like and subscribe, and thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.